Lots of people who have pets really want their pets to be with them for their entire lives because they love them so much. But sometimes pets like dogs usually only live for about 10 to 15 years, and cats live for about 15 years on average. So when a dog in Portugal turned 30 years old, it was a big surprise. In February 2023, this dog made it into the Guinness Book of World Records as the oldest living dog ever recorded. The pup, whose name was Bobi, belonged to a special dog breed called Rafeiro do Alentejo. This breed is originally from Portugal and is often used to protect livestock because they are big and naturally want to keep their group safe. They got their name from the place they came from, which is the Alentejo region in southern Portugal. These dogs are usually pretty big, a bit longer than they are tall, and they have a wide and proud chest. They have a big head with small dark eyes. Their fur is typically short, thick, and straight, and it can be black, fawn, wolf gray, or golden in color. Sometimes it has stripes or spots, and there can be white markings on them too. Male dogs of this breed are usually about 27 to 28 inches tall, about 66 to 75 centimeters, and weigh between 110 to 132 pounds, about 50 to 60 kilograms. The females are a bit smaller, with an average height of 25 to 28 inches, about 64 to 70 centimeters, and an average weight of 90 to 121 pounds, about 45.5 to 55 kilograms. What makes this breed really interesting is that they typically live for about 12 to 14 years on average. So it's quite a mystery how Bobi has managed to live for more than twice as long as expected. Bobi, the dog we're talking about, has golden fur with a white stripe running from his chest to his belly. But before he became the oldest living dog this year, there was another dog named Spike, a Chihuahua mix from Ohio, USA. Spike was declared to be 23 years and 7 days old at that time, which was incredible because Chihuahuas usually live between 12 to 20 years on average. However, Spike's title as the oldest dog didn't last long. Just 2 weeks later, they found out that Bobi was an astonishing 30 years and 267 days old. That's almost 8 years older than Spike. I never thought of registering Bobi to break the record because, fortunately, our animals have always lasted for many years. His owner, Lionel Costa, told Guinness. But while Bobi might have recently celebrated reaching this incredible milestone, the canine actually almost never even made it past his first birthday, let alone his 30th. The dog was born on the 11th of May 1992 in the rural village of Conqueiros in the Leiria district of central Portugal, to the Costa family. He was born into a litter of 4 puppies who had been born on the Costa family's land, inside their outbuilding where they kept their firewood. I was 8 years old, said 38-year-old Lionel Costa. My father was a hunter, and we always had many dogs. Because of their big size, the Rafeiro is a perfect hunting partner as they can protect their owner and help take down any prey or game. This is largely because of its powerful fangs, its courage, and its speed. While these characteristics are good on their own, the Rafeiro is often used in packs for hunting wild boar and other large game, as they can work better in a team. Sadly, at the time, the Costa family couldn't afford to feed 4 new hungry mouths, as taking care of a single dog can be quite expensive. So another 4 would have left the family with no money for themselves. This meant, unfortunately, Lionel's parents did something that was heartbreakingly considered normal for the time. They entered the outbuilding the day after the puppies were born, making sure that their mother, Jira, was out of the way while they did so, as they didn't want her to get attacked by a protective mama dog. They collected the puppies and disposed of them. Why? Well, this is considered cruel and completely unnecessary nowadays, as we have shelters who will take these animals in. It was a normal thing to do for Lionel's parents as they thought it was kinder than letting the animals starve. But instead of mourning the loss of her pups, the mother dog began to do something strange in the days following the birth of her babies. She kept insisting on going outside and visiting the outbuilding. Curious about his dog's behavior, Lionel decided to follow her out to the shed to see what she was so eager to get to. To the young boy's shock, though, he discovered a tiny puppy nestled amongst the logs. It seemed that his parents had missed one of the pups when they had gone to collect the litter, probably because the animal's fur blended in with the color of the logs around him. Since then, the pup's mother had returned time and time again to look after him. After Lionel and his brothers found the young dog, they decided to name him Bobi. But they kept his presence a secret at first, as they knew that if they told their parents, then they would get rid of the puppy like they had his siblings. The siblings quickly grew fond of the pup and would do their best to sneak the canine food when he was old enough to be weaned off his mother's milk. Of course, their parents eventually found out, but by that point Bobi was too old to be thrown away. I confess that when my parents found out that we already knew, they screamed a lot and punished us. But it was worth it, and for a good reason, Lionel said. 30 years later, and Bobi is still going strong. He lived his life wandering the Costas farmland and looking after their livestock. In all of his years, the canine has never been put on a leash or chained up, and his diet consisted of eating whatever food his humans did. While we ate, they ate too. Between a can of animal food or a piece of meat, Bobi doesn't hesitate and chooses our food, said Lionel. Much like with people, though, as Bobi has gotten older, he has slowed down in his everyday life. He no longer roams around the nearby forest or farmland as much as he used to, and along with his older age, he has also developed a few health issues. One of these issues is his eyesight. The pup has sadly begun to lose his vision, but Bobi doesn't seem to mind, as he takes it in his stride and instead of loping around the fields, decides to enjoy a leisurely snooze by the fire. The pup regularly visits the vet to check his health, and surprisingly, all the checkups have shown that he's doing well for his old age, according to Lionel. It's not really a shock that Bobi has lived so long because his mother lived to be 18 years old, and another dog owned by the Costas lived until he was 22. Lionel joked, "Maybe I should move to this farm because it seems to have some magical power to make things live longer than usual." But he also expressed how much he values Bobi's long life, saying, "Bobi is special because he reminds us of our family members who are no longer with us, like my father, brother, and grandparents who have passed away. Bobi represents those generations, and everyone hopes he keeps defying expectations and lives a very long life. Who knows, maybe this is the beginning of dogs living a bit longer and staying with us for more of our lives." What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.